Hey guys, it is January the 17th and I wanted to show you guys some progress and a couple of other things. So first off, I will show you how far I've gotten on Death by Cross Stitch. And of course there's some over here that you can't see. But I'm doing this, like I said before, with a main color of DMC 3031 and then coming in with some hand dyed and some silk threads all throughout the piece and bringing in a lot of color, kind of a patchwork feel. Right here, I will insert the pictures from, let's see, I guess it would just be last night on how far I've gotten so far, so that you can see that. So right here. So that is that. I'm going to do some more work on that this week until Thursday, when I'm planning on starting my chatelaine. But first off, we're going to open some packages that came today. I went to work early this morning because I had a court hearing first thing, and then we had in like after business hours appreciation dinner and awards banquet thing. So it's been like a 12-hour day. Emily's a little tired. Ooh. All kinds of goodies. Some peppermints. We have an invoice, nothing special. And a hank of silk. And then a little thank you for your order, little silk pieces. Pretty excited about this hank, guys. I mean, check that out. All that green gorgeousness. I gotta feel it, I gotta touch it. Oh wow, that is so nice. Don't know what I'm going to do with it. No idea. So what I was saying before, starting my chatelaine on Thursday. And I can start that now because my threads came. So we're going to open this and experience it together. Let's see if we can't get into this. So funny, it has my, it went to my brother-in-law's house because Jim sends all my Christmas presents there. So I don't know what I'm getting. Hear those beads? Yeah, you do. Oh my gosh. I almost don't want to like open it and get into it. Starting at Thursday, there's no sense in keeping it all wrapped up and pretty. Beautiful ribbon. So pretty. So pretty. All these beautiful beads. Oh, so pretty. I know I probably look like a little kid in a candy store. Let's look at all of the floss. Oh my gosh, guys. This is crazy. I've never used water lilies. Oh my gosh, all these greens. Lots of water lilies. What is this? Oh my gosh. Karen collection. Gloriana. Never used Gloriana. I'm looking at these and not showing them to you guys. Oh my gosh. French silk Gloriana. Oh my gosh. More Glorianas. Floramel. Those are beautiful. Here's the Dinky Dyes, which I'm sure was the holdup. Oh my gosh, look at that Dinky Dyes purple. Oh my. Oh, that's funny. This is a Gidgee, which is a Dinky Dyes silk that I just used on Death by Cross Stitch because I got it in my little Oops pack that I got from them. It was one of the colors that I pulled and loved. That's hilarious. And then this is Gentle Art Wool. Huh. Treasure Braid, Petite Treasure Braid, which I've never used. I've always used Krennic. So there's several Petite Treasure Braids here. Guys, look at all that. Look at all of that beautiful, beautiful silk. So that happened. I'm super excited. Oh, something else happened. Hold please. Okay. So my best friend and I got together. This is my best friend from high school. We got together and exchanged Christmas presents this past weekend. She lives in a different part of the state and we don't see each other as much anymore. She bought me this, which she doesn't watch my videos, but I didn't have the heart to tell her that she must have gotten this for me before I got it for myself when it was still on my wish list. So I now have 2 of these. So somewhere down the line, you guys will probably see a giveaway of one of these books. And it's pretty darn awesome. I'm really excited to do something out of it one day. Like, I hold this at a distance. It's just full of all of these cool charts and motifs. I mean, it is really, really awesome. But anyway, so that's that. I'm going to do some more stitching on Death by Cross Stitch tonight because Jim knew I was going to be away at this awards banquet, so he's over at his brother's house. I beat him home, so I'm going to do some stitching on that. And if he gets home soon, I'm going to put my stitching away, and we're probably going to watch an episode of Game of Thrones. We've never watched Game of Thrones. We've never, like, had HBO. So we never got on that bandwagon. A friend of ours, a family member, was basically like, you guys have got to watch this, and bought us season 1. So we've watched 2 episodes so far, and now I'm like, I kind of want Jim to come home so we can watch another episode of Game of Thrones. So if you are an avid watcher and are seasons and seasons ahead of us, because we're only on like this, we would watch episode 3 tonight. Don't ruin anything for me, because I'm hoping that we get really into this and we can experience everything without spoilers. So, anywho. But hopefully when you see me again, I'll be showing you even more progress on Death by Cross Stitch and showing you my Chatelaine start. So, see you guys later. Hey guys, it is January the 19th, and my plan was to get up really early, and it is early here right now. Have some coffee, and get an early start on my Chatelaine. That's not happening this morning. I'm not in the right mind frame. Maybe once I get my work day behind me, I can kind of relax and be less anxious and focus on it. I have something going on at work today, on top of the fact that today's my dad's the anniversary of my dad's death that I didn't think was going to be a big deal, but the work thing is turning into a bigger deal. And like, I couldn't sleep last night between worrying about today in general and then that work bullshit. And so it's just, do you ever want to look at people and be like, I didn't need your crap today? I did not, I needed extra crap today. Thanks. But, you know, I'm professional, and what will be will be. I will get today behind me. I will finish my coffee. I will go into the office. I will get my stuff done. And this evening, my glorious silks and chatelaine will be waiting on me. So that's what I'm going to do. Yes, I'm wearing a sleeveless shirt in January because it's like freaking spring outside. I actually have flowers trying to bloom outside my window at work. I have a cardigan for court, but I know it's just going to be hot the rest of the day. Anyway, that's that. I'll try to get some stuff done and shoot a little clip of how far I get tonight. Hey guys, it is January the 26th. I just got home from work and it is a week maybe since I filmed last. Yeah, I think I filmed the morning of the anniversary of Dad's death maybe before I went to work, and I don't know, it's been a weird, crazy week. That day went pretty well. I'm not going to say I didn't shed some tears. I did. But I also kind of went through some old pictures and relived some really great memories. In fact, I'm thinking at the end of this video, I am going to kind of put together a little like montage of photos, because whether you guys are interested or not, I think it would be therapeutic for me to do that and kind of continue to go through some of those old pictures and put some together that are really meaningful for me. Just in case I did not show you as far as I got on Death by Cross Stitch, I still have it in a Q-snap, just in case I wanted to move back to it because I loved it so much. So here's where I got on that. And, you know, these are my Oops Pack Dinky Dye Silks, and that's in a hand-dyed cotton. I can't remember who made it. I remember it's called Black Crow because I was using a black crow color for the bird. And then, of course, some more brown up there. There's a good chance I've already showed you that, but it's been a week since I recorded, and I'm not going back and looking at anything right now. I started my chatelaine last Thursday. I did. I started it. And I have loved every stitch I've put into it. Instead of showing you just kind of a wham all of a sudden how far I've gotten in a week, I'm going to insert right here some pictures kind of daily as to how far I got on that, and just so you guys can kind of see it progress. I'm going to put those here. I'm loving it. I am. It's pretty fantastic. I know if you guys have followed Letitia or the Crafty Curator, she did some videos on working on her chatelaine and talked about what worked best for her and things to make sure of. And I've heard other people say, One of the biggest issues with the chatelaine is making sure that you don't turn it once you start, because it is generally a symmetrical piece, and you want to make sure your top is always your top. People will stitch arrows on there. So far, I have just used Letitia's method, which is this needle minder, which is a compass. I made myself one, I made her one, a couple more. But here's where I am a week in. I love this, guys. I absolutely love it. Started off in the middle and working my way out. Majority of this blue was supposed to be NPI silks. I'm not using the NPI silks, I'm using the DMC equivalents. I think the NPIs, like some of this turquoise, is a little bit more muted, but I'm fine with how this is looking. So, what else is notable? There's a good bit of silk in here so far. Some of the blue is silk. There's some variegated silk that goes around the middle here. It's kind of purpley blue that comes around. All of this green is silk. This brown that I'm working with around the outside right now is silk. I use my first Rainbow Gallery Petite Treasure braid. That is, see if you can see the sparkles as I turn it. Kind of goes around the outside up through there. Anyway, essentially everything inside of here where there's not stitching, there's either going to be beads or specialty stitches. So once I get all the cross stitch done, I can start coming in with the specialty stitches, and I think I'm going to bead at the end. I did that with my Angel of Love and I did not regret it. I was actually really glad that I did. And I am very much so a Q-snap stitcher, so I don't want to pop any of my beads and mess them up. Especially because this has the more expensive Delica beads I've never worked with before, which I am excited to work with. I know I keep showing this, but I'm so in love with it. I have enjoyed stitching this so much that I was looking on the Chatelaine support group on Facebook, different pictures of other people's, and already thinking about which one I want to start next because I'm enjoying this so much. Which one I want to save for to get up next, if truth be told. And I think I've decided. I don't really want to say just yet. But I think I've decided. And honestly, it's one where when I saw the description of it and the idea for it, I was like, oh, I love that. But then seeing it stitched on the website on the white fabric, I was like, that could be cooler. Then I saw someone in the support group had done it on a colored fabric. It knocked my socks off. It's beautiful. It's amazing. Okay, anyway, it's the Celtic Maze Mandala. I love it. It has like phases of the moon and the seasons and these great trees and like this Celtic maze in the center of it. And then the border is just this gorgeous like Celtic design. It's absolutely beautiful. I love this one. But I love that one too. I may have to treat myself later this year and start kitting that one up. We'll see. So anyway, if you guys can hear something in the background, I came right in and started my dishwasher because that's how we roll around here. I'm trying to get a few things done. And I think Jim is at the gym with his brother. So I think I'm going to stitch until he gets home with the dishwasher running. So we'll see if there's any more clips after this of anything else that I've done or shared. Oh, I'm going to my mom's tomorrow and spending the night with her. So I'll try to shoot a clip of where she has the angel hanging at her house. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, it is January the 31st. I have not filmed for just a little bit. I did go to my mom's this previous Friday and got some stuff done on my car and spent some time with my mom. I took some horrible shaky footage where I didn't really realize that I was filming of where the angel is hanging on her wall right as you walk in her back door, which is the door that everybody uses because The front door of my mom's house is pretty inaccessible because the house is on a hill. So you park at the back door. If you want to go to the front door, you have to kind of walk all the way around through the yard in a treacherous, anyway, everybody uses the back door. So when you come in, you see the video and picture that I'll insert here. She still loves it. I commented that it looked nice on the wall, and she said, I love it so much. I put it there because I can see it all the time. And we have a mutual friend, Crafter, who at this point is both of our dental hygienists. And she told me that she went to go get her teeth cleaned the other day and was telling her about it. And she now has to take it down off the wall and take it to the dentist's office with her next time she's going to town because she has to let her see it. So I'm glad she's proud of it and that she loves it and she's showing it off to people. It really brings me joy that she likes it so much. I also wish that I had taken some film being with my mom too, because she has this gigantic quilting frame that my dad was going to build for her, and he had bought all the materials for and was getting ready to put together like right before he died. And my brother-in-law is a really good woodworker, and he put it to, like, finished what my dad had started and finished that for her right after Dad died. Like, so since Dad passed away, she's been doing a lot of quilting, and other than when she broke her arm and had to let it heal. So she had hand pieced together and hand quilted and just finished her first quilt, minus binding. She told me she just took it off of the quilt rack, so she's got to bind it. So this has been a real learning quilt for her. So I was having her show me how she does it, and she was sitting down there at her, you know, quilting away by hand, and it was nice. I wish I had filmed part of that where you could kind of see her doing that. The talented lady. She also bought a cross stitch kit that she was showing me, and you know, my mom is older, so she bought a kit with Ada and she's excited about it. So I told her that when she wanted to start it to let me know, and I would come up and help her get started, because to me, getting started when you haven't started a piece in a long time is one of the most intimidating parts, because you want to make sure you start in the right spot and you don't want to mess up. So, and it's unfortunately one of those kits where the thread isn't pre-sorted. So maybe I can help her get that organized too and make it easier for her. That would be nice. So if anybody, it's been a long time since I had a kit where there was a lot of thread and it wasn't sorted. So if anybody has any tips and tricks on the best way to do that, it was one of those Hobby Lobby Artiste kits, let me know, because I'm sure it's using their threads and not DMC. Maybe I should just get her some other threads, and I don't know. I'll tackle that another day. What else? I showed you where I was on my chatelaine in the last video. I'm still working on it because I am obsessed with it. I finished on Sunday. It's Sunday. Today's Tuesday. And I finished on Sunday all of the cross stitch. So I'll insert a picture of where it was, just the cross stitch done here. And then the same day I started some of the specialty stitches. So far I have done dense road stitches, which I had never done before, Algerian eyelets, which is about the only specialty stitch I had done before. I did a sampler once that had a lot of Algerian eyelets in the border. And yesterday I did my first Jessica stitches, and I think I accurately said on my Instagram, they're tricky little bitches. But I loved them. Once I kind of figured out what the heck I was doing, like, they're beautiful and they're complex and you really have to concentrate, but they are gorgeous. So I'm going to show you my piece, and then I'll show you kind of my pictures up until now. So let's do it this way. This is where I am. You can see in the corners here, the blue is the dense road stitches. The different greens are the Algerian eyelets. And these flower heads here are the Jessica stitches. So I'll try to get really, really close up so you can see that. Maybe it'll focus. Regardless, I have a picture that I took that really shows off one of the Jessica stitches really well. So I will insert it in other progress pics here. I'm loving this. I'm not planning on putting this down until I get to the end of this section, which means I have to go around this border and do a whole bunch of specialty stitches, and then there's some back stitching that has to be done, and I think that's it for this section. And then section 2 is filling in these lines, I think. And then there's a lot of cross stitch and specialty stitches and back stitch that details all of that in. I'm telling you, if you have the money to spend on one of these, they're amazing. The materials you get to work with are awesome. The challenges are awesome. Someone asked me on Instagram, as far as the specialty stitches, if you have to look up how to do them or if there are good instructions. And what I like about the Chatelaine charts, if you've never done them, is it basically walks you through step by step. Like, this is section 1 or part 1, and it says do all of your cross stitch. And then there's like a specialty stitches section, and it walks you through, like, do these with 1 or 2 ply of this. Now do these. Now do these. And with each different kind of stitch, over to the side, there is a diagram that outlines for you how to do that stitch. Like placement 1 of your needle, placement 2 of your needle, and 3 and 4, and however it, you loop around. It's pretty easy to understand. The hardest part for me has been not being able to necessarily figure out the diagram, but just being able to keep up with where I am on the piece. Because, I mean, with these specialty stitches, like, in between each thread is a different placement, so you just try not to get lost and mess it all up. But I guess that is it for now, and probably it for this video before I upload it, because this is the last day of January. I know, Buster. You want to say hello? Yeah, you just came over. You must want to say hello. You're a sad boy? With that, me and Buster bid you farewell, and you will see us again for February, which I will try to work on something other than my Chatelaine to make it a little bit more exciting. I'm telling you, it's awesome. So I will talk to you guys later. Happy February, end of January. Happy stitching. It's still January 31st. I have done some more work on my Chatelaine. As you can see, all of the green around through here. It's amazing how quickly some of these specialty stitches go. See how close I can get in so you guys can see these. They call the ones on the sides diamond eyelets. And then, of course, more Algerian eyelets. They're not perfect, but I'm pretty pleased with them. And I think that is all I'm going to get done tonight, because I'm also going to upload all of this footage and maybe try to work on the little like montage that I talked about of pics of my dad. So if you see that after this, I was able to get that done. So see you guys in February.